Dear Mr. Wilson, I realized when I was writing this that I don't know your first name. Even after all this time, I probably wouldn't use it. Not to your face. It just wouldn't seem right. Funny, huh? I had this hope you'd tell me your first name at graduation. Like it was a sign I was finally an adult. Like we were no longer a student and teacher, but something more, like, I don't know, just something more. But I didn't see you at graduation. And I looked everywhere. Because I remember you saying what an important moment it was for us. And how seeing your first students graduate would be a high point in your life. Mr. Wilson, were you there? It's no big deal if you weren't, but... Well... Mr. Wilson, how have you been? Do you still drink green tea at 10 a.m. every day? Do you still ride your bicycle to work? I'd love to meet up and talk sometime and hear where you've been and tell you where I've been. I think you'd be proud of me. You always said I had potential. And I think when I was that age, you were the only one that really believed that. I went to the reunion. Did you go to yours? It wasn't really my thing. All my classmates wore nicer clothes, but acted exactly the same. I could always tell where all the popular students were supposed to go, and where the rest of us. Well, most of the popular students had replaced their class rings with wedding rings. But I still wore mine. I still wear it, you know? Every day. Well, the reunion was in the gym, with a bunch of streamers and songs I hadn't heard since senior year. Most people were just handing out business cards. I think I only had 2 or 3 friends in high school. But I don't think they recognized me. But I know I saw some people staring, so I left and spent most of my time in the hallway. The south one, with the row of pictures of teachers framed. Every teacher who ever taught at the school. I remember you used to call it a study of bad haircuts in black and white. But I didn't see your picture. I know it used to be right to the side of the trophy case, above the stuffed bobcat, which I know you hated. But I guess they moved things around, because I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it anywhere. It wasn't near your old classroom or by the library either. There were rumors about you after you left. They still are, I guess. They even come up at the reunion. Everyone flinched like it stung to hear your name. The official word was that you moved schools. And when I asked the principal, that's what she said. But she wouldn't look me in the eye. Besides, everyone else knew otherwise. Someone said you went to teach in Thailand. I think I wanted to believe that. I like the idea of you teaching English to a bunch of alumni kids who probably never saw a white guy before. I even had this fantasy about what your classroom would look like. But there never was a classroom on the beach. And the way I envisioned it, you were barefoot with an unbuttoned shirt. Crazy, huh? But when I thought about you, that's how I pictured it. You always said I had an active imagination. In fact, I think those were the last words you ever said to me. But when I saw you last week, you looked pale. And you weren't dressed the way you used to in class. You know there was a rumor you used to iron your socks. You in your William and Mary sweater and iron socks. For a second, I didn't realize it was you. I didn't recognize the man in the old t-shirt who needed a shave. It was a Walgreens near the 1 hour photo. I was printing some pictures and you were walking back from the pharmacy. That's where we saw each other. We looked at each other and I felt the exact same way that I've... Funny when you see your teachers when they aren't at school. And at a drugstore, the only thing I could really picture you buying would be a baguette, or a coffee, or a leather-bound edition of Wuthering Heights. I played this part in my head a lot. What I'd say when we saw each other again. I had 100 scenes in my head and they always played out differently. I always thought it would be somewhere else. Like at a university, where you just happened to be lecturing. Or at your favorite used bookstore. You were so scared it would be closed down and replaced by a Starbucks. It was, by the way. But I wouldn't have told you that. I still don't know if you recognize me. But I'm a lot older now, and I think I look different. Sometimes I still feel like I'm 16, and then I see old pictures of us from the literary club, and I still think I look that same way. And then I show it to people, and I have to point out that it's me. Do you remember the college visit trip you arranged to William and Mary? And how I leaned over the bus seat, held out my camera and took a picture. My cheek fell against yours. You looked like you were startled, but you still managed to smile. It was that picture of us. I know you remember it because some of the newspapers used it. I think you can still find it on some of the websites too. My face is blurred out. I can get you a copy of the original if you like. I still have it. And today, sometimes I don't recognize myself. And that goes for the inside too. I'm not the girl you remember. And even if you don't recognize me, I know you remember me. I guess I gotta get to the point. You always said a paper should be like a skirt. Long enough to cover everything, but short enough to be interesting. I know you said that because some of the investigators kept bringing it up. Asked me if you said stuff like that often. Asked me if you put your hand on my knee when you said it. Mr. Wilson, no matter what I said, I think they would have thought the same thing. After all it started, it was like trying to stop water from spilling when the glass is already falling off the table. I don't know why I lied about you. I wanted to get out of your class, because sometimes you pushed me. And I just got so mad because I wanted you to think that I was so smart. And I just felt like a crumpled up soda can every time you told me I could do better. And you said if William and Mary saw a C on my transcript, I knew it was over. Because I knew I couldn't go to William and Mary with a C. And you said it was the best. I did go to college. A good one. Not as good as yours. But I'm still young. I got my degree in English Lit, and I take extension classes on the weekends. Guess what for? I'm gonna be a teacher too, like you. I thought you'd like to know that. After everything, before everything happened, in my letter of recommendation, you said you could imagine me as a teacher. And I think, out of everything anyone ever said to me, that's the line that meant the most. And I tried to write to you to tell you it happened. Because lately it looked like you could use a smile. I hope Mr. Shapiro gets you this letter. I didn't know any other way to reach you, and I really did try. I liked him because he really seemed to care about you. I hope he's still in touch with you. Hey, are you on Facebook? Anyway, I'm sorry about the things I said. I'm sorry about the lie I told. I hope you forgive me. If you don't, I get it. But when I teach my first class next year, I'll keep a picture of you in the classroom. Probably not the ones from the newspapers. Probably the one from the 10th grade. I took a picture while you were reading Bronte to yourself, even though you probably know all the words by heart. I bet you didn't know I had that picture. But you meant a lot to me. Your student, Miss Abernathy, Lincoln High School. Class of '08.